Are your weight loss goals keeping you fat? After losing 110 pounds and helping countless people, including my clients, lose weight, I've realized that most people's weight loss goals actually stop them from losing weight. And to fix that, I set fake goals, which is what I'm going to show you how to do in this video. The biggest mistake that most busy people make when they're trying to lose weight is they expect weight loss to be linear. And this mistake is so terrible that it actually causes about, I think, 97% of people to actually give up on their weight loss goals. It's an insane statistic. But this problem is so common that some of my clients were recently struggling with it. So I'm going to share with you a snippet of what I shared with them. This line right here represents time, and this line right here represents weight. Now you might start at 200 pounds and your goal weight is 150 pounds. I expected my fat loss to look like this. I thought that as time would go on, I would start at say 200 pounds and then continuously lose weight at a very steady state and just hit 150 pounds. But it was wrong for me to think that way. Because more realistically, if you weigh 200 pounds, your journey to weight loss might look a little something like this. You might lose 10 pounds and you're 190. You might stay at 190 for a little while and then you drop all the way down to say 170. You might stay there for a while, and guess what? After staying at 170, it's completely possible that you, I don't know, go to a birthday party or have a week off because you went out on a vacation. You might go up to 175, and that is completely normal. The sad part is most people start at 200 pounds and they get to 190, and then they gain a little bit back. They go up to say 195 right over here, and then they just quit. After losing 10 pounds, they gained 5 pounds back because they went on vacation and then they just quit. I want you to understand, as long as you don't quit and you're working with me, it's damn near impossible for you to never get to your goal. If you'd like to work with me one-on-one, I'll leave a link down below. Otherwise, let's talk about how to solve this problem. Now, the solution to this problem, like I said before, is to set fake goals. Now, here's what I mean by that. Take a large goal that you've got, say losing 50 pounds, and break it down into smaller chunks and give these goals like harder deadlines. At the most, you want to give them 30 days. So here's how to make this practical. I'm going to make this real for you. Say you want to lose 50 pounds. Okay, instead of thinking about how can I lose 50 pounds, think, how do I lose 5 pounds by the end of this month? And you've got to realize why this is. When you set your goal of losing 50 pounds, you're sort of discouraged until you lose those 50 pounds, and it takes a while to lose 50 pounds. But 5 pounds, you could definitely lose that in a month. And as soon as you lose those first 5 pounds, you'll be more encouraged to lose the next 5, and then the next 5, and then the next 5, and then eventually you will lose 50 pounds. You've just got to break it down into a smaller chunk. And I'll give you my example. I woke up this morning 166 pounds, the lightest I've been in a while. I'm not thinking of how do I get to 155 pounds. I'm thinking, okay, I'm 166 pounds. How do I get to 165? Not even the next 5 pounds. I'm thinking about how I can lose the next 1 pound. Now, just before I show you exactly how to lose your first 5 pounds in a month, I'm going to share something with you that I think is really going to drive this point home. I actually recently read a quote that said something like, how do you eat an elephant? You eat it one bite at a time. And so if you think back to when you were in high school and there was a big, fat, ugly math problem on the board, your teacher probably, assuming that your teacher was a good math teacher, they probably said, hey, don't think about solving the big problem, just think about taking things one step at a time. And that's all I'm asking you to do. Take this one big fat math problem, which is losing 50 pounds, and break it down into smaller chunks. This is the exact thing that I say to my clients, and I've helped people lose as much as 12 pounds in 6 weeks. Now, to lose your first 5 pounds in a month, you're probably gonna have to do it through one thing and one thing alone, which is movement. Now, the way that I've worked with all of my clients is I don't even put them on diets to lose their first few pounds. Now, I do make changes to their diets, but they don't go on extreme diets. They lose weight whilst eating their favorite foods. But even then, often what I've noticed is to lose the first 5, 6, 7 pounds, they don't change anything about their diets. All they change is the movement. And instead of me telling you to walk a certain number of steps every day, 20K steps, 15K steps, 10K steps, the advice that you're probably sick and tired of hearing on the internet already, I'm going to give you some practical advice. Instead of aiming for a certain number of steps every day, what I recommend is going out for 20-minute walks after every meal that you can. Start moving a little bit more than you are right now. that is a great place to start to lose your first 5 pounds. If you want my help losing your first 5 pounds, then you can click the link below. And if you want to learn more about how I lost 110 pounds whilst eating donuts and cookies, then you can watch this video. I'll see you in the next one.